So your dog gets hurt on the trail, the first thing to do is to open up your Rescue Sling package and to take out the instructions. On there you'll have a step-by-step guide on how to use the Rescue Sling. So the first thing to do is to identify which portion goes where on the dog. So this is the front portion, and the back portion is super easy to identify with its leg basket. So we'll start with the front portion. You'll see here that we have a blue stitching and a red stitching. It's important to locate each one because they'll go on different places. The red stitching goes on the front side of the harness, inside the triangle buckle. For the blue stitching, you'll have to push on the webbing a little bit just to have this kind of loop over the buckle. And then you pass the blue stitching one inside the buckle, and you lock it with the G-hook. So that's what it will look like. The last thing to do would be to adjust that one just to be sure it doesn't choke your dog or it's not too loose. You want your dog to be stable when it's in your arms. So we'll repeat the same process with the other side. So the red goes into the triangle buckle. You lock it in the G-hook, which is silver. And the blue one, we're pushing up the webbing and we're passing the blue stitching one inside. And again, locking it inside of the G-hook. So that's what the front portion looks like when it's all finished. So next we'll be doing the back portion of the dog. This one might be a little bit harder since the dogs don't really like being touched on their back legs. You're gonna take that backpack strap here and put it on your dog's back. This will help to hold everything together. So the real first thing to do is picking up your dog's paw and passing them through the hoops right here in the basket. So the second thing to do will be to clip the G-hook underneath the dog. That way your basket will hold into place. And now you can be sure that it won't fall while you're working. So the last step would be to pass the strap with the green stitching by doing a loop, just as we did before with the front portion. And then securing it in the G-hook. And we're doing the same thing on the other side, so we're creating a loop with the webbing that goes into the buckle. And we're passing the strap with the green stitching inside it and locking it inside of the G-hook. So this is how it looks like, all hooked up. And the last thing you'll need to do is put your dog on your back and walk away. To do so, you'll need to kneel beside your dog. We'll be clipping this part here, and it will help us being more stable. It might be a little bit easier if you have access to a small hill. If your dog is higher than you, the gravity will do its work and you'll only need to lean forward to actually stand up. So before you stand up, make sure that your dog is leaning against you. So the last thing you want to check before making your way back home is to check if your dog is actually comfortable while riding. So you have to check if your dog is choking or if his belly is like too tight. So you want to make sure your dog is kind of leveled.